Point there, a lot of times goalies think you're going high, right? He's a big guy, stick is high, Entenmann thinks high, and he sneaks it low.
Ground ball picked up by Blake Island, freshman. Gets it in the off.
Catch that ball, and to be trigger ready right there with Kavanaugh. It's a beauty.
Very little Wallen could do about it in net. Stalemate at the faceoff dot. Ohio State has won all 3 faceoffs so far today. Make it 4. Blanchard's sharp. Will he take a shot? No, he gets it off to Colby Smith, who just couldn't fire it. He really wanted to. That was a case of almost shooting before you got the pass. We'll get a loose ball call here against Notre Dame, and Ohio State with possession. Coach Myers letting the officials hear about it.
Up here, the step there can make all the difference in the world. That's why I think Jake Taylor, their inside guy, is so good.
Watch out. Lynch with the face-off win.
He's deserved that respect, and you see Chris off ball time it up perfectly and release that beautiful shot.
The key thing with quarterbacks, the elite ones, the Connor Schellenbergers and the Pat Kavanaughs, if you decide, like, okay, we're going to play Pat Kavanaugh, Reed Kavanaugh, they're all elite on ground balls. Their oldest brother, Matt, was a junkyard dog. When the ball was on the turf, he was everywhere. I think the best ground ball in the history of Notre Dame lacrosse, Matt Kavanaugh at Hofstra.
And the way they use their stick in a different way inspired me to have fun with it. Made me question, what can I do? What more can I do? And to see the Kavanaugh brothers inspire everyone watching at home.
From the back, and Jack Simmons.
That second line that Coach Corrigan talked so glowingly about in our meeting earlier this week. Back to the 4 with yet another goal. Loose ball hold against Ohio.
He's up to 235 in the offseason. We're at practice.
He might be up to 6'6".
What one of the coaches said, they want to change his weight outside to get inside, and that's exactly what he did.
Lynch wins the draw. Here come the Irish again to McCann. Check that, that's 10.
Put it more like a pipe placement. This time, low and away, turn and rake.
I love those heads-up plays by the Kavanaughs. Those unsettled situations, those ground balls.
Matthew Fritz taking that draw for the Buckeyes. Earns the possession for his team.
Westland was a multi-year starter. That just tells you about the depth and the talent that they bring in, and then they bring in a couple of transfers on top. But for him to be taking that secondary role just tells you have to worry about Dobson, who can sling it from 15. And then you have to worry about a passer behind and a true quarterback in Pat Kavanaugh. Like, what do you want me to hedge more, Coach? Like, do we play him more up top, Dobson? Do we play Kavanaugh behind as a passer or a dodger? Like, you just sit there scratching your head.
It's a pick.
When he gets back into the mix, this offense will be downright frightening because the complementary type of role that he'll play with both of Kavanaugh's. He doesn't need to touch the ball. Jake Taylor can have the ball in his cross for 30 seconds in a game and have 8 goals.
Before that day, Jake Taylor was the catcher in the movie Major League. From that day forward,
He's had some monster moments the last 2 weeks with his left hand. His left hand is getting almost at the same level as his right.
Meteoric recovery from the knee injury he suffered last year in the offseason, and he scores his first goal of the year today. And that is a scary thought for any of them.
He sees the eyes. Rather than force to dodge and push through a double, he knows that Dobson's taken a few steps away to clean up his hands and to have an opportunity to plant and rip.
9-0 Notre Dame run here.
The dodge, you know, he's dodging at speed with conviction, and he gets to the middle of the field. I mean, that's the first one-on-one matchup we've seen them be successful in a little bit of time, and you know, I think McGee has some serious shake. They should rely on his dodging abilities.
He does, and you know what I like about a big physical midfielder is fight through the first goals. He's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Yeah, he's pretty good. They also have Connor Schellenberger. In the way that he operates and runs an offense, Charlotte, greatness recognizes greatness. When you watch Schellenberger, like, what's different about this guy?
I mean, he just, similar to the Kavanaughs, but he draws the eyes of a defense, and his dodging ability into his passing ability second to none. I mean, he's dishing to guys like Dixon inside, and who has, you know, hands, like you said, incredible minutes in this game, and to see him have that shake, you know, in the fourth quarter of this game is impressive. And again, it's a dying breed, but I love to see that true two-way midi in the game.
You want to know how effective he's been in this game? Earlier in the game, we saw him with a long pole on man down.
Shot. You have to be willing to turn the corner and take a hit if you're going to take that shot, though. Like that happens. Pat Kavanaugh, when he takes that backhand, 9 out of 10 times he's on the ground.
This was a 5-2 game at the half, and it has been all Notre Dame in the second half, taking control early in that third quarter and never looking back.